This defensive position that we're going to talk about is the defensive lineman. Your defensive linemen are your powerhouse, big guys. They're hopefully going to stop the play. Now you want your defensive lineman down in a ready stance, so we're going to talk about the two different types of stances. The first that we're going to demonstrate is a three-point stance. As you can see, her feet are staggered, and she's going to come down on one hand, so that's the reason why it's called three-point. Her back is level, her shoulders are parallel to this line of scrimmage, and her eyes are facing forward. The three-point stance is used for long yardage, if the offense is trying to get a first down or anything like that. So the next stance we're going to talk about is the four-point stance. The four-point stance, your feet will not be staggered. They're going to be parallel with each other. I don't know if parallel is a word, but anyway, you're going to have both feet or both hands down on the ground instead of one this time, and your back will still be level, your shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, and you're facing forward. Okay, you can stand up. So the purpose of this four-point stance is for short yardage plays when the offense is trying to get a fourth down and stuff like that. So it's really important whenever the defensive linemen are taking off that they are keeping their weight on the balls of their feet. It's going to be easier for them to quickly get up and get going, and they don't want to have a delay or anything like that. And so that comes into false starts. Like I said, it's important to keep your feet, your weight at the balls of your feet, and you want to keep your eye on the ball. So that way, if you can just see when it goes, that way you know when to go. This next defensive skill that we're going to talk about is the well-known tackling. Tackling is obviously contributes a lot to football, and so we're going to kind of talk about the proper technique to tackle and to ensure that you're being safe and you're not going to hurt the other player. So with tackling, what you're going to want to do, she's going to be my tackler. I'm being tackled apparently. Anyway, so you're going to want to maintain a balance whenever you're running up on the player. Whenever you come in to make that contact, you never want to have your head down to the chest. You want to be able to look at the chest, look at the ball, or look the person you're tackling in the eyes. So whenever you come into contact, you're going to want to come down, and whenever your arms come out, you're going to want to wrap them around that person and just secure them down, just like that. The last defensive position that we're going to talk about is the defensive back, and we're going to focus on the strategy of press man coverage. Press man coverage is going to be the defensive back is trying, he's assigned to a wide receiver that we talked about earlier with offensive. So what the defensive back is going to do is their main goal is to try to interrupt the pass, the catch, everything to do with the wide receiver. So it's important that the defensive back, I'm the wide receiver, this is the defensive back, they have a very close, staggered foot position, so that way they can easily move wherever the wide receiver is going to go. They're not watching the ball, they're not watching anything but the wide receiver, and they're going to want to hug the line of scrimmage as close as they can without being, is it backfield, offfield?
Offsides.
Offsides. And so pretty much just like arm's length away. And so what's going to happen is wherever the wide receiver is going to move, that's where the defensive back is going to go. So say that I'm the wide receiver and I go she comes with the inside arm. I'm going to block with the outside arm. And then the same goes for whenever we go the opposite way. The outside arm comes in and I'm going to try to block. But like I said again, it's very important that the defensive D-block, they block, they try to interrupt any pass or anything